As Trader, he asked, when you exit trades, do you exit in one click or do you scale out? So, okay, me personally, I exit in one click. But let me explain when it makes sense to exit with one click versus scaling out. So, if you're a trader, you have really two things that you could do to increase your rate of finding alpha. Well, sorry, there's two ways that you can improve your edge. The first way is optimizing the current strategy that you have. So this is going back to the hot dog analogy. This is you tinkering with your hot dogs and making the hot dogs taste better. This is you doing research on what is the best bread to use. You're experimenting with the sauce, what sauce to use, how do I, like what is the optimal cooking time for the sausages. So you're optimizing what you already have. And the second one is discovery. So this, you would be doing discovery if you've already optimized your existing strategy like to the max. I wouldn't say to the absolute max. I don't believe there's such a thing. But you've really done like a lot in terms of optimization. So this is, imagine that you already have like a professional chef who improve the bread, improve the sausages, improve the sauce, improve the cooking time, has done everything like imaginable to optimize every single variable and component that exists of a hot dog. If you're at that stage, then it would make sense to look towards discovery. So if you're going into discovery, this means not only are you trying to have an advantage with hot dogs, but now you started selling French fries as well. And now like you have this new advantage with arbitraging French fries. So in terms of trading, you could have an existing strategy, but if you haven't optimized the frequency, the average win, the average loss, or the win rate, if these aren't heavily optimized yet, it is within your best interest to optimize them to the fullest, to your maximum extent. After you have maximized them to the best of your ability, then you move on to discovery and you start looking into new strategies in new domains or in new markets, new timeframes, new trading styles. Okay, so if you are in optimization mode, right? So you're trying to optimize your strategy. The data that you are collecting on that strategy, you want to make it as simple and as easy to interpret as possible. Therefore, just exit with one click. Because if you're exiting with lots of clicks or lots of orders, so let's say you scale out of a trade using like 20 different orders. In your journal, you're going to have 20 different exits. And then in order to try to optimize that, you have 20 additional variables to go and optimize for, which massively increases like how complex that process is going to be, right? So if your strategy is not optimized yet, just exit with one click, keep it simple. Yeah, just keep it simple. But if your strategy is optimized, right? If your strategy is optimized, you don't need this simple, easy to read data. What you want to do is you want to reduce the variance in your P&L, and scaling out is the way to go. So scale in, if you scale in and scale out of a position, you're going to be reducing the amount of variance on the average entry and the average exit prices that you have. There's basically going to be less fluctuations in your expected P&L over time. So we're making your data harder to read, but it doesn't matter because we're done with optimizing. We just want to keep the profitability of that strategy stable, right? So that's when you would scale out. And why? Because all of our available time is being used on discovery instead of strategy optimization.